Hey guys, it's Maria Eckersley here with another teaching tip. This week's tip focuses completely on seminary because the school year's about to start. I've got teenagers going into seminary, so I wanted to introduce you to the new program and then also show you some cool printables I created to help you use it. The new program is called Doctrinal Mastery, and it's similar to Scripture Mastery, except they've kind of shifted it a little bit. Instead of just memorizing 25 scriptures from each big chunk of scripture, they have broken it down into doctrinal topics. So if you find this, you can get this at the distribution center for like a quarter. And essentially, if you look on the back, you can see that there are still 100 scriptures, but they're broken down by topic. So prophets and revelation, the atonement of Jesus Christ, priesthood and priesthood keys. There are a certain number of scriptures that associate with each topic. And then as they go through the 4 years of scripture, they'll learn all 100 of those, but they'll kind of be pointing them out that, okay, this is a priesthood scripture, okay, this is a commandment scripture, rather than just memorizing, good scriptures from each chunk of scripture. So that's the new program, and it's designed to help our kids have a little more armor as they go into this crazy world, that they'll be able to teach the doctrine more effectively, that they'll be able to acquire light and knowledge better. So it's a great new program, but it can be a little bit daunting for kids to apply it in their scriptures, to find scriptures fast. So that's why I made these great little margin stickers. So let me show you. Essentially, I've taken each of those topics and given them a color and an icon, and then using that same sticker paper that I love, the one that I made this Gospel Art Kit stickers in, I've made little tags that go into their margins. So again, these are permanent stickers, they don't go anywhere, but they include, if you look closely, they include, up here you'll see the topic, which this one is Ordinances and Covenants. It's pink, and it has these, like a two-way promise covenant arrows. And then it also includes the reference, so all the verses that are included in this Doctrinal Mastery, and the official seminary keywords. The goal of these stickers is so that you can scripture chase faster. So instead of actually just trying to think, okay, where is, this one's in Psalms, and trying to think, where's Psalms, I gotta find Psalms. Instead, they can just flip through. So if you watch, sorry, this is not professional filmmaking. If you watch as I flip through, you'll notice there's those colored dots throughout my son's scriptures. So he can easily kind of get in the ballpark of where the scripture is, and then always just be looking in that top right corner, and he can find what he's looking for. In addition to those, I also made cute little arrows that coordinate with the colors of the tags and the icons, so that you always look in the top right corner to find the general area, and then this arrow points you directly to the verse. So those just kind of go together, and they're just simple, cheap printables in my shop that you can find. What I love about them is it just makes scripture chasing faster. It makes it less stressful because they're not trying to think, okay, what book of scripture is that in, or where is Matthew? They don't have to stress about that. They can just kind of breeze through their scriptures, always look in that top corner, and they can always find what they need. So in my shop, you can find, there's a full set. You can see that there's different amounts for each of the different doctrinal areas. And you print it on that full sheet transparent sticker paper. You can buy mine, or you can get some from an office supply store probably. And then all you're going to do is slice them up and stick them in their scriptures. In addition, to help seminary teachers out there, my mom was an early morning seminary teacher, so I like to look out for seminary teachers. I've also created a few that are based on the year. So this is all the 25 New Testament scriptures. There's 3 of them that print to a page. So if you wanted to make these for your seminary students, it's not quite as expensive, and you can get more on a sheet. So that's what these are. You'll find one of those for every book of scripture. Also, just because I wanted to go the extra mile, I made these cute little Doctrinal Mastery dots. My son, for example, he has the compact scriptures, the smaller ones, so it's a little tricky for him to fit that whole margin tag in the margin. He could put it at the top, but he's not as picky as my daughter. So for him, I made these cute little dots, and essentially they're the same colors, same icons, same number, so you have the exact number that you need, and he can just stick those in the top corner instead of the full flag. So for example, you can see on here, he just has the little dot. This again is the compact scripture, so they're smaller. The arrow to kind of point him where to go, and then he can just highlight the actual verse. And then if you wanted to, you could, scribe your own keywords in there. But this is kind of a cheaper alternative. I mean, none of them are super expensive, but this is kind of a peel and stick version that's handy to have. So you can buy the full sheet paper in my shop. You can buy paper that has these little circles already pre-cut. Anyway, whatever you need. So in addition to that, at the bottom of these cute little dots, I've also included just a bunch of random ones because I was just filling up the page. So if you want to use other arrows or you have stars for favorite verses, you have those available to you. Anyway, that's pretty much it. So in my shop, there will be, in the coming weeks, there'll be a lot of doctrinal mastery coordinated pieces. So I encourage you to keep popping into the MacMom shop and find more stuff. There'll be bookmarks and iPhone lock screens and things to help you memorize the scriptures. I am a big fan of the scriptures. I teach gospel doctrine. I really believe in teaching it to the youth. So I think this new program is great. And I encourage you to go check it out and then go to the MacMom shop and check out these printables because I think you will love them. If you have questions, let me know in the comments area. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Thanks.